Certainly hope that's placed correctly. I notice there is almost no one in the room. That's fine. This game shouldn't be too bad, so... And I'm sure not too many people are excited to see it at the moment, but that's okay. Shattered Memories, PS2 version. I guess it'll make this run easy if I don't have to answer any questions. And there is an intro. You gotta let it sit for a little bit. I had never actually seen the intro until just a little while ago when I was letting it sit. That's the intro. How you doing, Jeeves? Looks like you're the only one in here today, which is fine. Yeah, I've been playing Batman all day, and I'm sure that's where everybody is actually at the moment. But we can talk about that later. But this is Silent Hill: Shattered Memories. Where to start? This game was originally released on the Wii in December of 2009. And they finally ported it over to the PSP and the PS2, I think in January of 2010. So, you can kind of, the graphics really don't look that good, you know, by comparison, but they're okay. Yeah, I ordered my Batman Collector's Edition on the net, and it finally got here Friday, so I literally spent 12 hours playing it yesterday. I got it at about 4 o'clock, because the mail gets here late, and I didn't go to bed till about 4:30. So, I lose a lot of weight when I'm playing games, because I don't even stop to eat. I'm so focused.
I love my daddy.
But you'll notice that this tape here that we're watching, you know, we can see Cheryl and Harry, and it's constantly rewinding. Things like that, you know, some real basic stuff. And
I love my daddy.
I wouldn't say that this game is a remake. I would say that this game is more of like a reimagining of the first game. And, you know, for anybody that's a fan of the first game who's never played this one, you're going to notice a lot of things are really out of place. But that's okay. It's an enjoyable game, and it's definitely different, but I think it's different in a good way. So, I mean, we get, there is no combat in this game whatsoever. You run. That's all you do. You just run constantly. So, at times the game can seem very, very boring, but they do some things that I do enjoy, you know, the psychological profiling, things like that. The only issue with that is it's fairly limited, but I'll do my best to answer everything truthfully. For Jeebus and for anybody who watches the replay. And this guy right here is actually Dr. Kaufman.
Yes?
The new patient is here. They're early.
That's fine. We can start now.
You'll notice that the game... Oh, I'll wait.
I'm glad you came. Just turning up shows your commitment to the process. Good. I've read your notes. The other therapist didn't work out for you. I want you to know this will be different. We take this at your pace. No notes, no drugs, no theories. We go back to the start. Understand what happened. Take a look at this short form. I promise it's the only one you'll see during your therapy. Try to answer truthfully. It's easier that way.
Alright, I make friends easily. Okay. Having a drink helps me relax. No. Listen to other people's feelings. Yeah, sure. I prefer abstract ideas. Yeah, okay. Role play during sex. Yes. Working to a plan or schedule is best. Yes. I have never cheated on a partner. That is also true.
Never cheated on a partner, really? Okay. Let's get started then.
And all of those questions do affect certain things in the game, how certain characters look. There is only one type of enemy in the game, and when those appear, I'll talk about them. But even the way characters talk to you in this game.
Cheryl! Cheryl? Sweetie? Oh my god.
I love in games when people only have one thing
Cheryl?
in their glove box.
Cheryl? Cheryl!
So now we can control Harry, and like I said, this was originally a Wii game, so there's a lot of things involving the flashlight and moving around, and even when you're talking to Dr. Kaufman, when he asks you to say yes or no, it's not like a button press. You actually shake the Wiimote to yes or no.
Cheryl!
And I like this. This always reminds me of what's that game? Heavy Rain.
Cheryl?
You keep clicking it, and Jason.
Cheryl!
So Harry seems to be in much better shape than any other game. So you can run. The controls are okay, but like I said, there's no combat really, so you don't need to worry about too much. And based on things, I think there's actually one in here. Like, even what you look at in the game, what you focus on, has an effect on things. So, for instance, this picture right here, you can zoom in on it.
Hey.
You know, so comment on it. There's alcohol right here. If you focus in on that, that will have an effect. There are some other things, like there's some like family type of things, stuff like that, like here, like pictures.
Gotta find Cheryl.
Yeah, so pretty basic stuff. And you do have a, looks like an iPhone or something that you can use to aid you in the game. But you really, I mean, you can dial numbers and things. This game is just really, really different. It's definitely a Wii game. So let's head on out here. If I can. Guess not. Ah, here we go. I do enjoy this game. It was definitely a lot of fun. So yeah, so one thing that's kind of irritating is, you know, since it is a Wii game, there's a lot of doing stuff like this, which, in all fairness, isn't very bad. Definitely different. Not something that I'm used to. Music in the game is actually pretty decent. So you'll notice music picks up, usually when you go to a new area, things like that. So even which buildings will let you walk into them, or which buildings are open, all of that can change depending on the answers to your questions in the beginning and your actions. So there's actually a bar that can be open, like this video store right here. I think this is a video store. Yeah, Clear Pictures. So like you can come in here, and sometimes the store is locked depending on your choices. So every time you play the game, it can effectively be different, which is cool. You know, it definitely has a lot of replay value. And I have my volume turned down right now, so if anything's happening, I'm not really hearing it. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Let's hit play on this.
Answer the phone, you bastards. I just found out about the tape. That was our only copy. The happiest day of my life, and you wiped over it. I'm not letting this slip.
Alrighty, and then the puzzles, there's a decent amount of puzzles in this game. I mean, we're not talking Silent Hill 3 type of puzzles, but some interesting stuff. So, for instance, there's a locked door that's on the other side, and there's a buzzer that you can actually push, and you actually do turn the little knob here, and then open the door. Fairly simple stuff, and like little family pictures and things like that.
A happy couple.
But I'm going to do my best to try to fly through this game. I've been playing the hell out of the new Batman game, which Jeebus mentioned to me earlier. So what I do like is if you run at something, he automatically just does what you need to. So there's no issues with any of that stuff. This game does have a UFO ending, and I tried to get it to save it for, I guess, just for the stream. Unfortunately, I missed one of the UFOs. What you need to actually do is when you're able to use your phone, there are, I think, 13 or 14 UFOs in the game that are just hidden, and you can find them. And you take a picture of them, and you get text messages from a really creepy guy who I've read is this world's version of James. And the more and more that you get, he starts to kind of lose it, which is kind of neat. So it's one of these things. Got to turn it. Oh, where's the key? Easy stuff. Nothing too complicated. Again, lots of Wiimote things. So this game, when translated over, little weird. And you'll notice that there are some weird loading things here or there. This game doesn't seem to load very well. And I actually don't believe I can't use my phone just yet, so that's alright. So this is interesting. This room right here, I was actually able to go in the diner.
Not gonna open.
But it looks like this time I get to go into this room, whatever this is. Good old days. Alright. Some loading right here.
Hallelujah. I knew this weather couldn't keep everyone away. Name your poison.
I'm looking for my daughter.
In this weather? If she's out, she'll be at the Balkan. That's a bar over on Block Street.
No, she's a little girl. She's 7 years old. We were in a car accident. I came to and she was gone.
Oh, shit. I'd offer to call for help, but the phones are all out because of the storm. Town's kind of empty.
This is her.
Oh, a real daddy's girl.
If you see her...
This your ID?
Yeah.
Well, it says you live at 11th Street. That's a few blocks from here.
11th Street. That's where I live.
That accident of yours, you take a knock to the head?
Yeah.
Your phone?
My phone? It cut off.
Like I said, phones are all shot to hell.
I think that was her. She must be at the house.
Wait. Have a drink before you head out. You seem pretty shaken up.
I need to get home. She must be waiting for me there.
Okay. I'm going to lock up out back. No point in staying open in this weather. Best of luck.
Right, got a cell phone. I've actually never seen that scene that just happened. Normally you meet Sybil fairly quickly. How you doing, Osterman? Yeah, I'm going to a Halloween party next weekend. I need to get my my Scarecrow outfit together from Batman, so... Let's see what we got in here. Okay, yeah. You can actually collect random items in this game called mementos. Doesn't really do much for you, but it is kind of cool to collect everything. I'm doing the Scarecrow version from Batman Begins. Suit with the...
Shit. I should know where I am.
Dark Knight, I guess you could call it that.
What is wrong?
I wish I could do one that was Arkham Asylum.
back the way I came. Please be there.
And there is no collecting of maps in this game. There is your phone, which you can go ahead and click on, and there you go. And you can kind of see, you know, what's what around here. So, and we need to get to 11th Street. There it is. So, yeah, the Scarecrow's my favorite villain from the Batman universe. So now that we have our phone, I actually like this game. This game is a lot of fun. It's different, but it's not different like Silent Hill 4. So, alright, this number right here is actually the number you need to call in order to get the UFOs to appear. Unfortunately, I don't have them memorized, so I'm just not even going to bother. But the UFO ending is actually pretty funny in this game. But, I don't know if any of you guys have actually seen this game before, but like I said earlier, okay, there's some interesting stuff you can actually do with the phone. You notice there's like some weird static right here. So if you actually get really close and you take a picture, so you actually see that there's like, I guess like a ghost there, and there's voicemails you can get randomly from people.
Daddy, I need you.
So, you know, and a lot of that stuff is just kind of creepy. But like I said before, there's no combat in this game at all. So literally, it's running constantly. And after you call the number, I do believe that there is a UFO around here somewhere. But since I didn't call the number, no UFOs. Not a big deal though. But this game is, you know, a decent reimagining of Silent Hill, the original. And I think, you know, for fans of Silent Hill, it is nice to have a Silent Hill game for the Wii. Yeah, so sometimes when you walk near something...
I promise to honor and respect you, to love you for who you are and the way you are. Our marriage will be a source of strength, so you can go into the world and achieve great things. I am your muse and your best friend, but I will be much more. I will be your wife.
Interesting. That note, that message was actually different when I did that last time. So, yeah, this game definitely doesn't need to be called Silent Hill. There really is no attachment to Silent Hill in this game, so... Home, alright.
Cheryl?
Daddy? Daddy?
Sweetie, you're okay? Are you at home? Sweetie, wait there. Wait for me.
You have to run, Daddy. You can't fight them. Run!
What? Is somebody with you? Cheryl! I'm coming to get you! Damn it!
Here's one of the things in this game. The paint thing. This is ice forming on everything. There's a big ice motif in this game. So this is kind of like their version of the Dark World. And this is actually... These are the only times in the game where you can actually, you can die, which I guess really there isn't much of a penalty for dying, because if you lose in these sections, you actually just you can retry, you know, right from the beginning and just keep on going. And we should get our first glimpses of some enemies here in a bit. loading, lots of loading. So, the enemies that are actually in this mode are, you can look behind you, good stuff. They're actually called Raw Shocks, which is a play on words for the Rorschach test that a psychologist can give you. I'm not a psychologist, so I really don't know what they're for, but I do know it's like an ink blot kind of test. And these enemies, all they really do is grab a hold of you. Actually, that'll work too. And they grab you, and so when they grab you, all you have to do is hit the corresponding button to kind of like where they grab you. So if one grabs you from behind, you're going to press X. If one grabs you from the sides, depending on which side. So like there, yes, okay. Press square. So, and that's pretty much the extent of combat in this game. There really isn't much more to it. This is the PS2 version. I don't think too many people realize there is a PS2 version of this game. And I'm not really sure if the graphics have been improved, or if they're slightly lacking. That was really good. And kind of running in circles here. And depending on, you notice there's like static forming and things like that. What these enemies are actually kind of doing is they're leeching Harry's body heat. Yes, thank you for the tutorial. And these flares right here will actually... if you light the flare, you can kind of, I guess, fend them off for a little bit. You can throw it on the ground and it'll stop following you, depending on where you do it. And your goal is pretty much just to find the exit. And if I'm not mistaken, you really just need to kind of run forward here. There's not much more to it than this. There we go. So, nice and easy. And the more you get grabbed, they leech more and more heat from you, and the screen gets full of static and gets kind of annoying. But that's it. I mean, that is the quote-unquote combat in this game.
It's good that we touched on the car crash. That would have been a breakthrough before. But let's leave that topic for a while. I want to talk about family. It's important to you. For you, family is about physical affection and making your feelings known. You're giving me that look. I'm talking too much. Well, let's have you talk, or not, or whatever you feel comfortable doing. Let's play true or false. Is it true to say you're a private person? Would you say it takes a while for people to get to know you? Uh-huh. People can choose their friends, but not their family. Would you prefer to spend time with friends over family? Nothing surprising there. Now, you're going to like this. On the table are some pencils and a picture. I want you to let out your inner child and color in the picture. It's titled Happy.
Alright, enough of the fan. Jeez. Okay, sorry, I'm in my old chair again today. So, I'm actually trying to answer these questions the best I can, based on myself, just to see what the game does. So, this is actually a little bit of fun, so you can do some really dumb stuff here. So, you can have, like, a red door, and I'll try to give him, like, red hair. Let's make... I have yellow steps. I'm just doing really ridiculous things here. I'll have a blue car. And he'll wear a blue shirt. And we'll make her have... What color is this? Is it pink? We'll give her a pink shirt. And he'll have pink pants. I actually don't think the pants change. So... I'm just going to leave most of the stuff blank just for however you color this, the next scene, it will just be that color. There's nothing more to it than that.
What a lovely family home. Is your home like this?
So you notice the house is all pink. If you leave everything alone and you don't color it at all, everything's black. So.
What are you doing in my house?
I think you have the wrong address.
No, this is my house.
Who's that at the door, hon? Oh, hi there.
What are you people doing in my house?
That was my jaw.
This is our home. We've been living here for a long time. Isn't that right, Mike?
1206 Levin Street. My name is Harry Mason. This is my house. My daughter just called me from here.
From here? Lucy, honey, you think perhaps our little princess has been up to her old tricks?
We're sorry. Katie's been acting up. She likes to make prank calls.
Prank call? Why are you playing games with me?
Sorry for any upset Katie has caused. We'd like to help, but it's getting late, and,
This doesn't make sense. Not at all. Cheryl!
You are upsetting my wife.
Get the hell out of my house! It's my house! It's my damn house! Cheryl!
Sir, you come down here for me?
Officer, there are people in my house. They have my daughter. I was in a car accident.
That's not the story I got. Can I see some ID? Harry Mason. This is the right address. You know what? This doesn't add up. I'm gonna need you to come down to the station with me. We can sort it out there.
No. My daughter is in there, somewhere. She's missing.
I'm a police officer, Mr. Mason, and I need you to come with me. These people don't have your daughter. Trust me. If she's missing, we will find her.
It's interesting because I usually meet her earlier in the game.
Officer Sybil Bennett. Anything happens to my daughter, I'll hold you responsible.
She's not in the Stewart's house.
How can you be so sure?
I've been a cop for 20 years, and all 20 of them in this town. I know the place and I know the people. I know the Stewarts haven't kidnapped your daughter.
They're in my house.
Says your ID. You sure that's your house? Just how well is your head working, Harry?
I haven't forgotten anything. Some things are fuzzy, but the rest I know. I know that was my house.
What else? What else do you know?
I'm Harry Mason. I love my daughter very much. I live in Silent Hill. I write for a living, crap pretty much.
Conspiracy thrillers? Murder mysteries?
Sometimes, whatever they pay me for. I work for hire. My stuff is big in libraries. Never sees hardcover.
Real life's a lot more boring than your stories. We'll find your daughter, Harry. Then life can be normal again.
That was interesting. I mean, this is wow. A lot of these scenes are really new to me.
You okay back there?
Sure. Holding up.
I'm sure your daughter's okay. We've just got to clear this thing up. We should probably get you to the hospital, too, once we know she's safe.
I'm fine.
The human brain is a delicate thing, Harry. Need to get you checked out.
Yeah.
My dad thought he was tough. He got hit on the head by a punk resisting arrest. He was never the same after that. You gotta look after yourself, Harry. For your daughter's sake.
Point taken.
Damn, this snow is crazy. I can't see the road. Wait here. I'm just gonna check where we are.
Screw that, let's go. So there's actually a memento in here.
Where's
Like I
she
said,
gone?
You can pick up a lot of mementos in this game. Yeah, Sybil's dressed that way because I guess my character is leaning more towards a weird sexual thing. So, oh, get back over there. So these parts aren't usually too bad, you know. It's just like, okay, I just need to get out of the car. It can be a little irritating, but again, it's all just to kind of compensate, you know. It's like, okay, Wiimote time. So, and I was able to get the PSP game, Origins. Origins came in along with my Arkham City game, so I will have that for next week. Which I've never even played that game, so. Let's see what we got. Voicemail. I'm actually gonna just leave it alone because I really don't care enough to listen to it. If you guys ever do play this game, you know, I recommend just don't skip anything like usual. What exactly any of that stuff is alluding to is beyond me. I don't know. If it's bad, I have no idea that it's bad. I mean, I got it because people were asking me to, and I figured, you know, if I'm playing all of them, I might as well just go the whole 9 yards and play that one too. So that's the only reason I got it. Is it that bad? Well, I've played The Thing on stream, and I've played Silent Hill 4 on stream, so I'm sure I'll be okay. And if I'm not mistaken, there's another memento over here. I don't know why I'm going out of my way to pick these up. I guess it's my OCD kicking in. So, there's a word. And when you see your flashlight flickering, there's usually one of those, you stand close to it and something really spooky happens kind of things, which I'm not really too interested in at the moment. So we are gonna keep going straight. That is true. Me and Silent Hill 4 just don't mix. I mean, one of the problems I do have with this game is there's a distinct lack of there's actually a UFO right there. I do remember there's usually one up there that you can take a picture of. There doesn't seem to be much tension in this game. It's just kind of run around, do what you need to, and beat the game. There's no tension if you can't really die. But whatever. Not a big deal. You'll notice the slight odd loading that's happening every time I go through a door. That's another issue I have with this game. But you know, maybe it runs better on the Wii version. I would imagine it would. Next gen console and all. There's actually a sleeping bag over there, I think with some blood on it. They kind of tell you, like, oh, some bad stuff happened. Yep, it's true. No arbitrary pyramid head. Yeah, I like this game because it is different, but at the same time, it's kind of weird for me to say that because Silent Hill 4 is different, but I didn't like it. But I think this is different. It's different because they're not trying to force combat on you. And there's another thing you can take a picture of. Why not? It looks like a deer or something. It's yummy. Whatever. Just to show you guys that you can do that kind of stuff. Looks like I just went in and out.
Mr. Mason,
Officer Bennett? What's going on?
I'm looking for you. Where the hell did you run off to?
I'm in some woods.
You just ran from a police officer.
What? Come on.
Look, Mr. Mason.
I need to find my daughter. Christ. I'm not under arrest, am I?
Mr. Mason! Get yourself back here now. Do not make things difficult for yourself.
I'm heading back to town.
So now we have Sybil, and you can call her, but I've never actually bothered to. I don't see the point. I actually need to play Resident Evil 4. You can actually call that driving thing. I need to play Resident Evil 4.
Gonna need a key.
I do have Parasite Eve 2. I may go back to that. I need to move into some next-gen console stuff here in a bit. But I need to make sure that I can stream those games without any issue. Because I tried to stream some Mortal Kombat 9. There's actually a tournament that's going to be happening on the 29th here in San Antonio. I'm actually going to try to go to it and see how I do. But Shadow. Okay, now we got some ice cream. I always like this. I always thought this was kind of neat. But I've got that game. You know, if I move into the next gen, you know, I can play Homecoming for Silent Hill. I can play Resident Evil 5. I mean, if you guys wanted, I could play Dead Space. I mean, I could play all those goofy-ass games. Yeah, they're doing Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. They are also doing Mortal Kombat 9, and they're doing Marvel 3. I think they're doing Blaze Blue also. And I think there's like a guaranteed pot for certain games. So I think there's a guaranteed pot for Marvel, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. Okay, so yes, okay, you can hide from the monsters. It is utterly pointless. It doesn't last for very long, and the monsters will find you, even if you turn off your flashlight. So it's been a long time since I've played in a tournament. So usually when he runs faster, there's usually a monster after you. Leap, Harry Mason. This way I can run in this game. Alright. It's been a long time since I've been in a tournament, so I'll be interested to see how I do. Well, if you show up, I'll find some info for it, probably before the stream ends. I'll let you know the info. Maybe see somebody else. But anyways, these Rorschachs, they look fairly plain right now. There's nothing too fancy about them. Now, they do change based on your decisions in the game. So if you lean more towards a sexualized character, you're always staring at the chick's tits and things like that. The Rorschachs will actually start to take on more feminine features. So they will they'll start to grow lips. There's a lot of these bastards. They'll grow more feminine features, and they'll have really luscious lips, and they'll have like this nice ass. And they'll also have, it looks like their back is almost zippered up, which it kind of looks like a weird like corset or something. Before I just end up running off and I don't know where the hell I'm going. Okay, do left. That's one thing I don't like about the map, is trying to exit out of it. Yeah, but they posted it at a UTSA, the tournament, and I had a bunch of friends tell me about it. And I actually had one of my friends rip the flyer off the wall and give it to me. He's like, "Here, go to this." I'm like, "Okay." It's been a while, but I actually think I want to pick some. Okay, get out of that. Thank you. So you notice there's more static. He's kind of limping a little bit. Not a big deal. If you get away from them for long enough, your health, I guess, kind of regens, if there is health at all. So, and these things I'm pulling down right now actually will kind of hamper them from following you for just a little bit. you know, it may be just enough for you to get away. Mash. And hopefully I did not go into the same building. Oh, dude. Yeah, you guys can see all the goofy things you need to do in this game, so I'm going to turn back around eventually. So, like I said, if you end up dying in this section, they do literally just let you, it's like, hey, retry. It's like, okay. But you'll notice that Sybil was wearing a really low-cut shirt, and I think the monsters are actually starting to look a bit more feminine. Nice if I had a flare. I don't like when you run into monsters. It's off like that. It's a little frustrating sometimes. Okay, so I need to see where I'm going. Okay, exit out, please. Thank you. So you notice checking your map seems to take a little bit of time. I wish it was just a one button in and out. It may be, maybe if I press left again. I'll just exit that. A buddy of mine is sick today, and so I went over to hang out with him, and I think I picked up some of whatever it is he had, so I'm starting to feel a little rough, so my voice sounds a little rougher than usual. Oh, here we go, I actually found where I was needing to be. So this is actually the first puzzle.
I'm on the phone. Yeah, I'm coming back early. This was a stupid idea.
Mom!
Not now, honey. Mommy's on the phone. Get out of bed. Play with your daughter.
Mommy!
Shush! Go show Daddy. This whole trip was a bad idea. A week picnicking and cycling like that's gonna make it right. I'm still hurting. It feels fake. I don't want to be with him.
I won! Mom! I won!
All right. In a minute. Give me a second, Diane.
Okay, enough of that crap. Okay, so basically, you heard the little weird quacking and stuff that was happening. Monsters can't follow you into this room. But you actually need to match up the tone that was actually on... that was on the message. So there you go. That's it. See that? Ice melts off the door, and you can keep going. And you notice that he's able to run now. So, pretty easy. You can actually solve all these puzzles if you know the answers already, which I actually wrote them down just to speed up the process. But I'll be sure to talk about the puzzles. But in that puzzle, all you do is listen to that voicemail. And then you hear the sound, and then you just have to kind of figure it out. Not too difficult. And the Rorschachs actually do run faster than you do, so... So, your goal in these is literally just find the exit. There's usually an area that you're trying to get to, and that's all you really want to do. So, you can drop the flare, but he will auto-pick it up and just run over it, which is nice. But if your health is running low, or I guess if your health is running low, just kind of turn the flare on and you can run with it. So. Well, it looks like I got one person following me, so... You see, it's not really too bad. Just gonna turn this on and leave it on. sure the ice has some sort of deeper meaning with what's going on in the game. But I honestly don't know what it is. I've never really invested. Never really invested too much time into this game, the way I did with 2 and 3, which isn't technically fair to the game, but you can pretty much tune yourself out when you're playing this game. So, not that that's, yeah, I guess that is kind of a bad thing. So you can actually, let's see, open up this trunk, see what's in here. Oh, no bodies. The static that was over there, you know, just take a picture of it, and you can... There's not really any unlockables in this game, which is a little frustrating. And I do believe the tournament should be on the 29th. I believe it's called, like, Subway Fight Night or something. I'm sure that they've posted it on either Shoryuken or... like Test Your Might or one of those other sites. So right now we should be heading to the... I don't know if it's a middle school or high school. I'm sure it's a high school.
Officer?
Harry, I've been calling you. Did you switch your phone off?
No, I just, I don't know where I was.
Harry, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm out of the woods. I'm on a football field. I think it's the high school.
Midwich High School. Listen, Harry, Midwich has a gym. They often use it as an emergency shelter in severe weather. Go to the gym and wait there for me.
Emergency shelter? Cheryl could have been taken there.
Yes, Cheryl could be there. Will you do this for me?
Yeah, I'm going. But if Cheryl's not there, I can't wait. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Harry...
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about SRK.
So we get to the halcyon days of high school. When I was starting out, the popular theory said it was their mom and dad that screwed a person up. But if you really want to screw someone up, I say, send them to high school. I bet you took studying seriously. Nice folders and neat workbooks. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to throw out some words. Nod when they fit how you were at school. Shake your head if they don't. Ready? Jock.
No, I was not a jock.
Next. Slut.
Definitely not.
Drunk.
Nope. It was pretty boring in high school, actually.
Virgin.
Yes.
Bully.
No, actually pretty nice guy.
And... slacker.
Definitely was a slacker.
Okay. Let's take a different tack. On the table, I've laid out a blank timetable and some cards with lessons on them. Pick out the lessons to show me your perfect school day. Don't leave any empty. There are only 4 periods, and I've allocated a very generous lunch.
Okay, let's show how much of a goofball I am. Perfect classes, huh? Alright, creative writing. Literature. Definitely sex ed. And... science. Let's try that.
Done?
Yes.
Nice. If that was all there was to it, it would have been a breeze, wouldn't it? Come on, let's talk more about the bad stuff that happened at school.
I actually hated high school. I actually didn't really come out of my shell and become the badass that I am until way after high school. I actually really hated my high school.
Gonna need a key.
And I do believe there's one in this pocket over here. The key is really hard to see, but it's right here. So, not much to it. Not much of a puzzle. Like I said, when it comes to the first Silent Hill and like Harry in particular, like I actually do kind of identify. I mean, I don't have a daughter that's missing, but I do kind of feel I definitely can relate to the character in a way. So that's one of the reasons why I do enjoy the first Silent Hill, and I guess I could say it's the same for. What the hell? No, he's not saying anything? Usually if you focus on it, he'll say something. I guess not. Last time I did it, he was like, number 3 all the way. So let's see what's open this time. Some kind of burger joint. Alright. What the hell? So if I'm not mistaken, there's a couple of things over here that'll set off. There you go. And in these messages, you can kind of... You hear this guy who's trying to get his girlfriend to sleep with him. It's pretty good stuff. Nice, Officer, nice. I actually don't think there's anything in here, but grab the thing, please. Thank you. Another memento. But I definitely was a slacker in school. I actually went to high school on a really bad side of town when I was younger, so I didn't enjoy. That's why I didn't really enjoy high school too much. But that's okay. Builds character. And we are in. Here we go. And if I'm not mistaken, the choices that you picked... Okay, yeah, there's like a shadow here of a kid who hung himself. Apparently, there's a couple things you can find laying around that talk about kids, I guess, trying to strangle themselves as some kind of kick. Kids. I didn't even bother listening to that. So now we are trying to get our way to the gym. So let's see what we got. Biology lab, huh? And I'm not sure what those choices affect. So I'm not sure, since I picked science as like one of the last ones. Maybe that's why all this stuff is here. And if I'm not mistaken, there's actually... Last time I played the game, there was like a frog just kind of chilling out here, and like you could open it up and get like a key. It was pretty gross. Oh, here it is. Delicious. There's actually another memento. Not bad at all. Up we go. Let's see what we got around here. Ah, okay. Here's another puzzle in the game. Now, the way this puzzle works is you'll notice it looks kind of like that dude over here is like a 4, and there's like, you know, almost looks like a 2 and like a 7, and you notice 555 up here. So there's actually a locked door that's right over here, and in order to get out of the room, you actually need to arrange these little guys here to match this picture. When you do that, you actually will get the rest of the number, which is 5558465. Calling shadows.
Doors open.
There we go. So yeah, I mean, I did write it down, and you can skip that if you know the answer. But that's actually one of the more fun puzzles in the game, simply because you know you are using the remote and all these kind of things. Now, this is another quick puzzle. You'll notice that there's actually a number scratched in here, and it looks like it's either a 7 or a 1. There's actually a locker with that number, and when you open it up, it will actually give you the password, which should be 1031, I believe. Yep, there we go. And you're in the gym. Or not in the gym yet. Here we go. And there actually is another UFO further back this way. And I have missed a couple, now that I think about it, but... And here we go. And there should be a girl over here singing.
Sorry if I interrupted you.
Oh, I didn't realize there was anyone else in here.
I'm looking for an emergency shelter. I guess...
You're not here for the reunion?
No.
Just my luck. Did everyone else get the message except for me? What a screw up. That was elegant.
Lacking in finesse, but... and for effort.
Michelle
let's be a
Valdez.
perv.
Harry Mason.
Right.
Nice to meet you, Harry. So, what brings you here?
I'm looking for my daughter. She's missing. I convinced myself she'd be here.
She's a Midwich student?
No. She's just 7. Her name is Cheryl.
Cheryl Mason?
Yeah.
There was a Cheryl Mason when I was here. She was above me at school.
Must be a different girl, same name. She's 7.
I'll show you. Come look. There you go. That's an old photo. You say she ran off?
No, we were in a car accident. That can't be my daughter.
How many Cheryl Masons could there be in a small town like this? She even looks like you.
There is a resemblance, but my Cheryl's just a kid.
You don't sound so sure. Come on.
The principal's office?
Yup. Locked. But... with a little persuasion...
You're breaking into the principal's office?
I don't see any hall monitors. Evening, Mrs. Albright. You cow.
She's still around? I remember her.
She was when I graduated. I think she'll be here until someone drives a stake through her cold secretarial heart. That's the principal's PC. All the school records are on it. Students used to hack it to fix their grades. Hey, I was good at school. Principal Fisher was obsessed with changing his passwords.
And we're hacking into his PC to...
See if you can pull up the records for Cheryl Mason. See if she's your daughter. Prove me wrong.
If I do, we get out of here?
Sure. Take your time. I'm just gonna text my boyfriend to find out where the hell he is.
Dang, last time I was here, she was a lot nicer. So this is an interesting little section. Come on, where is it? Oh. Okay, now in order to answer all these questions, there's actually items around the room that will give you the answers. So this one's actually racquetball, which I actually hate trying to spell. Let me see. English major folks can't spell racquetball. Racquetball's a gay-ass game anyways. Shakespeare comedy. 12th Night. Did I spell that right? This one is Hawaii. Oops. Crap. It's backspace. And it really doesn't matter what the questions are. It will always reset to Sunday 45. There we go.
Shit.
You break it?
It just froze on me. It is her. It is her. We moved?
You don't remember because of the accident?
Simmons Street. It's not a great neighborhood. Why would we move there? I guess the cop was right. My ID was old. That wasn't my house. What else did I forget?
There's a phone number. Why don't you call it?
I will. There's no reception. I'll be outside.
Good luck.
Yes?
Cheryl?
No, Dahlia. You want me to find her? Who's calling?
It's her father, Harry Mason. Is she okay?
Harry?
Is she okay?
Who the hell do you think you are?
Sorry? What's the...
Leave me alone!
What I love is that the computer has a flat screen, but like the keyboard on it looks like a fucking typewriter. Alright, so now we're in a new area. Excuse me. And in order to actually get out of here... Where is it? Okay, yeah, so... I need to turn around, but there are going to be some pictures that I need to take. And this is actually the only one that I find really annoying. But, whatever. So, okay, I don't have to go take the whole fucking long way around. Queen shit. No. busy to be making mods. You get to this area, they'll tell you, like, okay, you need to like, start taking pictures. Alright. And the monsters actually don't follow you in here, so...
Damn it! The door shut behind you. I guess you're on your own. Show me some balls, okay? They're inside, so just go find them and get photos. Gonna nail that sleazy bastard, right? I'll try and get the doors open. Get moving!
Okay, so now there's going to be 3 sections. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so now you need to go take 3 pictures of 3 different areas while these fucking monsters are running around. So they're kind of easy to identify just because you'll see this red light. So, I don't really go for there. Good deal. Sure isn't the as easy as just running over there to get it. Okay, it's over here somewhere. I can see the static through here. I don't see any monsters just yet, but they're not here. Actually in a car. What's going on, McSpermy? Last one. Let's get the hell out of here. You'll notice that the Rorschachs actually have big ass lips now. Their grass is looking pretty good for monsters. So now what we need to do is head back to that area that we were in, if I can remember. And those 3, the ice door will be should be open now. Just turn this on. Just leave it here. There we go. That's the end of that.
Harry? I was about to head off, but thought I ought to wait a little longer.
Thanks.
You okay? Any luck with the phone?
They didn't make any sense. I need to go there.
The Simmons Street address? That's the other side of town.
You got a car?
I was planning on getting a ride with John. There's my boss's SUV. Yeah, I'm looking after it while she's on vacation. It's at the club where I work, not far from here. I could give you a lift.
That would be great. Lead the way. I should give you my jacket.
I'm okay, you keep it.
It's cold.
You had a car accident. I can't take your coat.
Well, you want it, just ask.
I'll holler.
I hope Cheryl isn't out in this weather.
I'm sure she's waiting for you at home, Harry.
Wish I could be so sure. When's the snow supposed to stop?
If I'd seen the forecast, I wouldn't be here. I'd be watching TV from under my comforter. With a big bowl of champorado.
A plate of churros?
You know churros?
I make the best you'll ever taste.
I'll take your word for it.
Looks like she's not talking anymore.
It's not far now. The Balkan is the hottest nightclub in town.
Never heard of it.
Really? It's pretty popular.
You work there, right? What do you do?
I sing. Sometimes I mix drinks. It's a temporary thing while John and I sort things out. He's staying in Massachusetts. He's a lawyer. We need to decide if I'm going to move out there with him.
You want to go to Massachusetts?
Yeah. Well, not Massachusetts so much, but I want to be with John.
And John?
Oh, he wants it too. It's just hard. We've been together for 5 years, but we never lived together. Now we're out in the world, living our lives.
John's a lucky guy.
Yeah.
He's probably just lousy at showing it. I know lawyers. They're not so touchy-feely.
Oh, John's not like that. Back in school, he was very passionate.
They say absence makes the heart grow fonder.
You believe that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mix, for me, this game actually has no combat. What you saw earlier with me running around in the ice and those creatures grabbing me, that's the extent of the combat in this game. So it definitely is right up my alley, just running away from monsters constantly. Not really fighting.
Can I see some ID? Over 21s only.
Sorry, mine was taken by a cop.
Really? How come?
I'm not sure she trusts me.
Well, I'll let you in just this once, but first sign of trouble.
So there's actually a lot of story in this game.
The Balkan.
Last time I was in a nightclub was for my...
I need to answer this. The keys are in my room upstairs. Run up and grab them. John, where have you been? I guess I can let you off the hook then. But you're gonna have to make it up to me. Uh-huh.
Yeah, the first time I played this game, if you don't know where the hell you're going, you're going to be running around for a really long time. Especially, there's a section later where rooms just loop over and over again unless you run into the right path. And that really gets people. I notice things aren't taking too much of a sexual turn. Normally when you get a text message from her, or when I do, if I play this game the way I normally do, it says like horny, looking for you or something like that.
Hey, no looking where you shouldn't.
And in this section, you're just looking for a key.
That was Harry. He's a friend. Yes.
And it doesn't matter what you check; it's always the third thing. So, like how I just kind of come in here and just start ransacking everything. And the last place is usually this thing. There we go. So. I've never actually played Penumbra, so... but I really do like this game because the psychology, or the psychologist moments where you're talking to Dr. Kaufman, I really do like that stuff. I think it's a lot of fun. This game is different and in a good way, and I like that they were like, okay, let's do combat. Let's not do combat. Let's go a completely different route. So if I can get a copy of it, I'll be more than happy to stream it.
I got the keys.
I just need to finish my drink. Take a seat. Need something to warm me up in this weather.
There you go.
Things go okay with John?
Yeah, he's gonna come meet me here once I've dropped you off. This weather, such a pain. Oh, I should have offered you a drink.
No, it's fine. I'm confused enough as it is. I just want to get going, put today behind me.
Hey, everything's gonna be fine, you know? We'll be there soon, and then you can see your wife and daughter and...
Wife?
You're married, aren't you? You're wearing a ring.
There's no better stream than that.
You okay?
No, I'm a bit lightheaded. Gotta go clear my head.
He splashes water on his face with his glasses on.
Michelle?
Who the hell is Michelle? Just practicing my signature. We ready to go?
Where's Michelle?
Funny. Come on, let's get going. I'm going to drive. You, Mr. Harry, are way over the limit.
Stop. This is out of control. I came in here with a girl called Michelle. She was going to drive me to Simmons Street. Who are you?
Are you on something? I'm Dahlia. Hottest piece of ass you'll ever see in this town. You are Harry Mason. Generally, a fun guy to be with. What are you wearing these for? Stop being a dick and let's get going. We'll get to Simmons Street and see Cheryl.
Cheryl?
Your daughter? Oh, come on, you're not that wasted. That's why we're in this lousy club. To get the SUV so we can drive up to Simmons Street.
That's right, but...
It's just... no more craziness. You're freaking me out.
But just straight up out of the 80s, man. I'm actually doing that for a reason. I'm trying to get the sleazy ending.
Nobody out to play? I thought people liked the snow. Signals are down. We make a pretty sorry pair, huh?
What?
We're always so wasted. I'm pretty and you're vacant. You think we'd like each other if we ever met sober?
I am sober.
That would explain you weirding me out. I don't think I am.
You're not getting it. I don't know who you are. Maybe it was the car accident. I don't know. But you're acting like we know each other, and I've never seen you before in my life.
Seriously? You are screwed up.
It's scary. I feel like I remember everything. But there's you, my daughter, things that don't fit. And I think I'm seeing things.
Do you like what you see?
Sorry?
If I'm a stranger to you, what kind?
Damn child locks.
You think I'm hot?
You're young.
Oh boy, Harry. You're really messed up. Shit, the bridge is up.
What can we do?
Run up to the control room. See if you can get it moving.
Okay.
Look, don't flip out on me. No forgetting what you're doing and wandering off.
Hey, I got it.
I'll be waiting. Jesus.
Damon. Damon, did I tell you that they're having a tournament at UTSA for Mortal Kombat and like Marvel and everything? I don't think I had a chance to tell you. Okay, 555. This is the puzzle's not too bad as far as he kind of explains, the guy I'm calling right now, he explains how to do this.
Oh, Jesus. What the hell time?
Mr. Capra?
I was asking. I was sleeping.
I'm sorry. This is an emergency. I need to get across the bridge. I was in an accident and my daughter needs my help.
Whoa, I got half of that. It sounds like you need my help. Look, just a second. Damn it. Okay, Mr.
Harry Mason.
All right, Harry. I'll tell you how to operate the controls. First, you need to...
Mr. Capra.
You getting this? Then you...
Yeah, Experiment, you should. I definitely think if any of this game looks interesting to anybody in the stream, I definitely think you guys should try to play it. It's pretty cool. Here we go.
You sleeping up there? Let's get moving.
Okay.
And I should get like a voicemail or something here in a second. That kind of he tells you how to use these. Here we go. These little cranks right here.
Yeah, Mr. Mason, I guess we got cut off and I can't seem to get through on your phone. Listen, to lower the bridge, here's what you do. First you push the start button. A colored light will come on. If it's blue, move the center lever. Now if it's red, move the left lever. If it's green, don't do anything, just wait. And if the yellow light comes on, move the right lever. You just gotta keep doing this until the bridge engages, okay? Best of luck, Mr. Mason.
To get the bridge to come out, just pull levers, and eventually it'll come down. Yeah, Damon, I'm gonna try to do Mortal Kombat for sure. They have a guaranteed pot for it. I may just say screw it and just try Marvel. So, and then see. But if they have Tekken, I'm definitely gonna try to try that. So. See? Easy. And if you screw up the lever pulls, it just kind of keeps looping infinitely until you get it right, so... this game does have a really good, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, it does have a really good alien ending, so...
Let's go.
Level with me, Harry. This a joke. You putting me on?
No, I told you.
Because if you got a problem with me, but you're too chicken shit to come out and say it, that's low. It's pathetic. Have some self-respect.
I'm not making this up. I'm not. Just drive.
Okay. No, it's not okay. I think you're full of shit.
Dahlia, listen.
I'm not gonna sit here and have you screw around with me. I don't need the hassle. Harry?
Dahlia!
This part right here is really, really fun and interesting because we are trapped in a car, and Dahlia, who you guys, if you guys played the first Silent Hill, I mean, you guys probably saw me play it. You notice that Dahlia is kind of young, but she's frozen. It's frozen in the seat, and water is slowly filling up the car, and not much I can do. So, Damon's X-23 is rage-inducing. Damon will tell you, man. He was over at the house, and he was playing me, man. Fuck, that was infuriating. I got so pissed. Oh, man. So basically what you have to do here is you're going to have to wait till you hit the bottom, and then your flashlight's actually going to pop up. And you need to pick up your flashlight. There we go. So you hit the bottom. This is just kind of cool. Really, really eerie. If you're playing this, you're like, oh man, is this what it feels like to drown in your own car? I was actually having trouble getting around her. Damon, what's that move where she dashes from the air diagonal down, and every time it didn't matter if I blocked it or if I, obviously if I got hit, but if every time I blocked it, I couldn't do anything. It was like she had frame advantage no matter what. I don't mind the unblockable setup at all. I actually think that's pretty cool, and it also does cost you, 3 meters for it. So I think that's worthwhile. So the radio will turn on, and you need to turn it off. So that's water's still filling up. Can't see shit with this thing. So cool. It's awesome. If I'm supposed to be able to hear something here, I can't, so. Assist unblockables. I don't mind that stuff very much.
Oh God. Oh God.
But Damon will tell you I'm definitely more of a Tekken player. I don't know if they're going to be doing Tekken there. If they do, I'm actually very, very confident that I can take it. So.
Nasty, but inevitable. Everyone is going to die, even if we like to pretend otherwise. You could die tonight, in your sleep. Why doesn't that terrify you? How would you like to die? No, wait, let me guess. You'd want to die surrounded by family. It's academic, really, as we're only truly conscious of death when it happens to others. Get to my age, you'll have seen plenty of people die. There 1 minute, then gone. Okay, game time. There are 7 pictures of people on the table. Your job is to tell me who is dead and who is merely sleeping. Divide them up. Left, dead. Right, sleeping.
For this little section right here, it doesn't matter where you put them. If you put them all dead, he'll tell you they're sleeping. And if you put them all sleeping, he'll tell you they're dead. And whichever one you put the most cards on, he'll just say, like, oh, well, they're all this or that. So right now he should say that they're all sleeping. Yeah, sure, whatever.
It's just an exercise. There's no right answer.
Oh, they're all dead. Okay, whatever.
Actually, they were all dead. Okay, let's get back to it.
Strong cop would be picking up a full-grown man. When it comes to Tekken in San Antonio, they're definitely... San Antonio would say that they're a 3D fighter town, but they really aren't.
Dahlia.
Who's
Florida
Dahlia?
was definitely more of a Tekken crowd.
A girl. The car went into the river. She drowned.
Another crash? This is a different girl?
You must have seen the bridge. We went right off the side.
Harry, the bridge has been closed since the storm started. You swam. You could have died of hypothermia.
My clothes.
You were soaked to the skin. I grabbed what I could find here. We need to talk. When I was at the station, I pulled the file on Harry Mason.
So? No!
This is actually funny and a lot of fun at the same time. So you just mash the X button, and he literally will start wheeling his way through the hospital. You don't even need to control him. So there are actually very few Tekken players in Austin too. I was going to Arcade UFO almost every weekend for a good while. My car can't take it anymore. All right, down the stairs we go. The Tekken players they had there were okay. A couple Bobs, maybe a Steve here and there. But we're starting to get back on track with the game. We're starting to get a little bit of kind of like, well, what the hell's going on? Because you'll notice she said, I pulled the file on Harry Mason. And then everything started to freeze. It seems like anytime something like involving him or his daughter kind of comes to light, then okay, the monsters have changed now. You notice that they look very, they seem very segmented. I actually, nope, that one's female. I think they can actually mix, and I mean, like, they're not going to be a mixture of two different types. Like, there could be female-looking ones and abstract ones. They don't like the heat. So while you have this flare, the enemies, they'll still follow you, but they're going to keep their distance from now on. So I just ran out as soon as I ran into one of these bastards. There's another one. And there are actually two of them in every make sure I let it go. Okay, go into the ER. There's two. Oh. Crap, I have to go the other way. There are, there's two flares to every ice section. I'll call it that. I don't know. The nightmare levels. I do know where I need to go for this one. It's not here, though. Please. Please, I'd like to go. Please move. I'll shove you. Please get out of my way. This is very annoying. Move. Out of my way. That's irritating. I didn't plan for that. I'm a Mishima user. but that's due to Tekken Tag and Tekken 3 days. Mishimas aren't all that great in 6. Or I should say, non-vanilla 6. Okay, I need to go to the second layer. Alright, jump the fence. And all of the, like I said, the choices that you make and the things that happen in this game, you can kind of tell where your character is leaning towards, simply because of how these enemies look. So you'll notice, nope, looks like I got killed. But you notice they don't really do anything to you, they just kind of hold you. So, okay, so you see what happens. It's like, oh no, I failed. And then it kind of gives you this little hint here. Nothing too terrible. So, but that's what happens when I guess you get killed. So you'll notice that the game doesn't even break stride. It literally just kind of loads you up, and it's like, here you go, have fun. So. Turning off your flashlight does help a bit. Get out of here, phone. Again, I am just kind of bitching about things that I don't like stuff like that. No, we don't want to do this. Looks like I pressed it too quick and I dropped it. Oh well. So like I said, you can't outrun the guys, or the raw shocks. You have to just kind of keep moving, and you'll take the hits, and that's just kind of how it is. This is the one I actually don't have memorized very well. I know where I need to go, I just can't remember how to get there. And the controls aren't bad for this. I'm just being an idiot. So okay, where am I supposed to be going? And again, it takes like an hour to exit out this one. I don't understand why you can't just put it away. If there's one near you when you open a door, they kind of auto-grab you. Which can be a little frustrating at times. I know I'm going the completely wrong way. Okay, I'm getting somewhere now. Yeah, that's true. At least I don't have to do that. Stick. I mean, I hate having to mash. Whatever. It is what it is. There we go. Okay, this isn't much of a puzzle, but what you need to do is... Oh, that was the radio station. It's kind of quiet tonight. Just call 555-881. I think I got the right one. The song should be Daddy's Girl or whatever.
Thanks for calling Alchemilla Radio. Your request has been selected for broadcast. Get well soon.
As requested, here's a popular tune, Daddy's Girl.
And you notice that Harry's clothes are slightly different. He's wearing kind of a jacket now.
Open. Come on. God, please open.
Are you okay?
You're not from the hospital.
No.
I had an accident.
That yours?
No. Yes. I'm not making any sense, am I?
It's okay. Let's get you inside. You need help.
I want to go home. I have medicine and gauze there. I'm a nurse. It's a few blocks north. I just need to rest.
Well, I'm headed that way. Can you walk?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Don't worry. Head wounds always bleed a lot. Lots of blood vessels close to the surface. It's nothing serious. I can clean up back at my place.
Lisa. I'm Harry.
Harry Houdini. Sorry. I'm always saying goofy things that come into my head.
So you guys...
It's not far to my apartment. We can jaywalk in this weather. Where did you say you were headed?
Home. My daughter went there after our accident.
What happened?
I crashed my car. I don't know how long I was unconscious. But when I woke up, Cheryl was gone.
And she made it all this way?
I know it doesn't quite add up. There are things I can't piece together. But she called me. Then I spoke to someone else on the phone. There are times when things don't feel real. I feel like I'm losing my grasp on the truth of it. But other times everything is fine. This feels real.
Hey, I'm as real as they come. Though, some patients mistake me for an angel. That's the medication. I'm real, and I've got the bags under my eyes to prove it.
You been a nurse long?
If you add up all the overtime, back-to-back 12-hour shifts, compared to a standard 9 to 5, I've been in the hospital for 40 human years.
I've slept through half of it. Like tonight. Fell asleep at the wheel. Hell of a wake-up call.
But, I mean, they pretty plainly show you that she's Lisa Garland from...
Not far now.
You still feeling okay?
Yeah. Fine.
From the first
So
Silent
tell me
Hill.
about your daughter.
Cheryl? She's young, bright, happy. Likes collecting stuff, bits and pieces, bugs. She loves bugs.
Bugs? Like dirty, creepy bugs?
No, butterflies, pretty bugs. She has a collection.
Dead ones?
Yeah?
Still creepy.
Not really. You seem to see the creepy in everything. Is that a nurse thing or just you?
Definitely a nurse thing. We have a unique outlook on life.
Whatever happened to bedside manner?
We still got that. For special cases.
Alright, so I'm going to her. I don't know why she needed to drive if we could just walk.
Here we are. My apartment is just around the corner. Used to belong to the super. It's a lot bigger than the others, but I only pay standard rent. The landlord has a thing for nurses. Grab a seat. I'm just gonna get out of these things.
I oughta...
You're not running off yet. Warm up before you head back out there. I haven't thanked you yet. 5 minutes, come on, sit. Sit! Watch some TV if you want. I won't be long.
Alright, let's watch some TV.
You know, last time I had a guy in my apartment, it was summer. During the heat wave. Now it's winter. Freaky early, but still. Time flies.
I'm gonna not look this time just because. Because no reason. What the hell does it even say? Oh, Freak Snorstorm hits small.
You know, you're a nice guy, Harry.
Thanks.
I feel safe around you.
You okay?
Headache. Be a hero. Fetch me some pills from the bathroom. Check the cabinet. Get me some yellow ones.
Sure.
It's interesting because last time I played, she asked me for some green ones. And she actually sat down differently, too. She has a light switch
Look
around
in the
here
cabinet.
Whatever. So again, just need to grab the bottles, turn them over after you open them. Just grab the pill you need. I don't know why that bottle's like sticking. Maybe it's because it's... yeah, okay. Can't even tell what color that is. Doesn't look yellow though. Love how you just make a mess. Oh, I guess that is yellow. Ugh, colorblind. I swear there's a memento around here somewhere, but whatever. Not a big deal.
Thanks.
Water?
No, fine. Self-medication. The one true perk of the healthcare profession. It's not just coffee that keeps us going 24/7. Okay, I'm going to sleep now. You let yourself out.
You feel guilty about everything. When we all lived in huts and wore furs, we worried over the simple things. Food, water, whether animals would come and eat us in the night. Now we have supermarkets, bottled water, and .38 caliber home security. So what keeps us awake at night? More often than not, guilt. If only I had acted differently. If only I hadn't said that. If only I'd said something. You beat yourself up with your past. Don't blame yourself. Blame the world. Blame God. Blame me. Okay, this is my favorite. Let me introduce some friends of mine. This is King Harold. His daughter, the chaste Celestine. A prince called Wilhelm. And a bull. He doesn't have a name. Prince Wilhelm is passionately in love with Celestine, but she does not love him. One day, Wilhelm comes to the king and asks for Celestine's hand in marriage. Celestine begs the king not to marry her to Wilhelm, but the king ignores her pleas. Royal protocol means he must say yes to the match. They are married, and Wilhelm takes Celestine back with him to his kingdom. That night, he attempts to consummate the marriage, but the distraught Celestine flees. She runs from the safety of the castle and across a field, ignoring the sign which warns of danger. In that field is a bull, who, seeing the girl, charges her. She falls under his hooves and is killed instantly. What I want you to do is line the players up according to how guilty they are of Celestine's death. Whose fault was it? At the left, most culpable. To the right, most innocent. You want to hear that again?
No. I actually leave it just the way it is. And I'm not exactly sure. Maybe somebody in the stream knows, but I don't think that this really has too much bearing on what happens in the game.
Poor Bull. You couldn't ignore the facts. He was the one who killed her. I find the best cure for guilt is to never get caught in the first place. Let's continue.
Alright, so Lisa's asleep now. Never actually zoomed in on her. Maybe he says something. No? Nothing? Alright. And again, like I said, there are certain things in the game that you can look at. You know, pictures, posters, you know, images, just like things that are laying around, and what you look at will, you know, can strengthen how your character reacts to things, stuff like that. So if you stare at a lot of like sexy posters, you know, characters will look sexier than they normally would. You don't like him being a psychologist? I like that they tried with Dr. Kaufman. But still, it is pretty goofy. And again, if you were playing this and trying to get the UFO ending, there are UFOs. There's about 13 or 14 of them, and they're scattered everywhere, so you do have to kind of look. At this point, I